Hello everyone. Today in this video we will talk about the play Andha Yug. Literally it means the age of blindness or the blind age. It's a verse play and it was written in 1953 in Hindi by renowned novelist, poet and playwright Dharamvir Bharti. It was set in the last year of Great Mahabharat War and the five-act tragedy. It was written in the years following the 1947 partition of India atrocities. So, we can say it's a metaphoric meditation on the politics of violence and aggressive selfhood, and that war dehumanized individuals and society. So, the play Andha Yug, it is based on the ancient Sanskrit epic Mahabharata, written by Vedvyas. The play begins on the 18th century and the last day of Great Mahabharat War, which devastated the kingdom of Kauravas, the feuding cousins of Pandavas, and the capital Hastinapur. It lay burning in ruins. The battle of Kurukshetra was strewn with corpses and skies filled with vultures and death laments. So, fatalities were on both sides as cousins killed each other, and the survivors were left grieving and enraged as they continued to blame each other for the destruction. No one was willing to view it as a consequence of their own moral choices. So, Aswathama, son of Guru Dronacharya, is one last ditch act of revenge against the Pandavas. And he releases the ultimate weapon of destruction, the Brahmastra, which promises to annihilate the world. No one comes forward to condemn it. Ethics and humanity have been the first casualties of the war. So, Krishna, who mediated between the cousins before war, remains the moral center of the play. Even in his failure, he presents options that are ethical and just, and reminds us that a higher or sacred way is always accessible to human beings, even in the worst of times. The play ends with the death of Krishna. So, the play, this is having 5-act play. So, the first we have prologue, and then we have Act 1, Act 2. Act 1 is based, it describes the Kaurav kingdom. Act 2 talks about the making of a beast. Act 3 talks about the half truth of Ashwathama. And there is interlude, where we have feathers, wheels, and other things. In Act 4, there is Gandhari's curse, and in Act 5, there is victory and series of suicide. So the play the Andha Yug, it's written by Dharamvir Bharti, and he was a renowned Hindi novelist. He was a poet and a playwright. He has also written a novel Gunahon Ka Devta, and it's a classic of Hindi literature. So, originally it was written as a radio play. The play was first broadcast by All India Radio. So, playwright and theatre director Satyadev Dubey heard of the play and met Bharati when the latter had dropped to see Dubey's Hindi adaptation of Albert Camus' Cross Purpose. So, this play, it attracted many directors and it was staged across the country, and it staged it an open air performance in Tonga, Japan. So it was a very, we can say, it was staged it was staged across the country, and it attracted many directors. So this play, as I have told you, it is based on the incident, it is based on Mahabharata. So it's a verse play, and as I've told you, it is set in the background of the last day of the Mahabharata war, And longing for one last act of revenge, Ashwathama releases the Brahmastra, and which threatens to destroy the world. And the moral center of the play lies in Krishna. So, despite his failure to ensure peace, it is his presence throughout the play which reveals to us that the ethical and the just are always available to human beings, even in worst of time. So, the horrendous tragedy of war is depicted in our play Andha Yug, uh, though through Psycho's physical style. The play's protagonists are some of the most complex figures of Mahabharata war, so an attempt is made to represent them in an action oriented form without tempering their originality. Through this play, we have conveyed the gruesome impact of power politics, self centeredness, humanity, and the prime casualty of war and its ethics, lack of vision, and consequence of one's own moral choices. So, dear students, the performers, when you will read the play or when you will see this being directed or staged, you will find that the performers have used the physical to reach the psychological state of the characters and to depict destruction. An approach with the belief that this significant play of modern India, it can be portrayed and further glorified without being restricted to the use of the complete text. So the playwright Dharamvir Bharti, as I have told you, he was a renowned Hindi poet. He is also a social thinker of India, and he was the chief editor of the popular Hindi weekly magazine Dharam Yug. He was also awarded the Padma Shri for literature in 1972, and the Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1988. So you have the characters. I'm going to tell you about the characters in brief. You have Gandhari, Ashwathama, Dushashan, Duryodhan, Bhim, Kripacharya, Vidur, Sanjay, and there are so many other roles also. So we will discuss the play in the next video, and we will also talk about the theme of the play. As I have told you that this play is divided into 5 acts, and it highlights the perils of self enchantment in an anti-war allegory, and it explores human capacity for moral action, reconciliation, and goodness in times of atrocity, and reveals what happens when individuals succumb to the cruelty and cynicism of a blind, dispirited age. So, the main thing that the play teaches us is this, that when a ruler, epitomized by Dhritarashtra, and he is physically blind, so in an equally blind society, fail its own side and that of their loved ones. It elaborates on the consequences when a society fails to stop a cycle of revenge and instead choose a redemptive path, which is always available even in worst of scenarios. This is shown by Krishna's presence amid the mindlessness of fellow human beings. It was only when they collectively reject the voice of wisdom that denigration of war step upon them, leading to wide-scale bloodshed. The story hints at the perils that awaits a society that turns away from its wisdom culture and instead succumb to the logic of the moment that can be easily swayed by emotions. So Bharti uses war of Mahabharata to make an anti-war statement and raises questions regarding moral uprightness in the wake of partition related atrocities, loss of faith, and national identity. So we can find a link. The we can find a link about in the time of the Mahabharata to the present time, contemporary to the time of partition, because both of the time they were full of atrocities, loss of faith, and loss of values. So this is the in this video I have told you in brief about the play. I expect all of you will go through the play, read the summary, and in the next video we will talk about the theme of the play. I hope you have found this video meaningful. Thank you.